Hello, friends and followers. Well, here is a Drake TR7, and the frequency here seems to be a bit off when I listen to sideband stations that are usually on frequency, because they have ICOM 7300s and modern radios that are spot on. This one seems a bit off. So Drake has a procedure for changing these offsets here. So these offsets are all basically labeled on the top. Not very clear in this lighting. Anyway, you want to hit this one first, which is for the voltage. So this has to be 10 volts. And to get that right, the Drake power supply, I think it's called a PS7, that'll put out about 13.8 volts when it's adjusted correctly. And they use 13.8 volts because that's what cars usually put out when they're working correctly with their alternator. So anyway, we're going to measure the input voltage here into the Drake and set it to 13.86 going into the Drake from your PS7, if possible, or power supply. I'm using this little test power supply right now. Anyway, that's close enough, 13.86. Now, you want to go to this little guy here, and the literature says the resistor on the right, which is this one here, it should be 10 volts. So check it. That's close enough for me. And so you want to adjust this until it's 10 volts. And now the fun begins. So once that's done, you are free to adjust all these settings. So they're saying go to AM and go to 13.695. And what I found was, to make these adjustments, they're suggesting you go to a wide filter. And so this thing has all the filters installed. And so to go to a wide filter, you push on at least this one, both of these buttons in, and then I'll get you into the widest filter possible, which is the AM filter. And you might need that to find the beat signal. So let's go back to AM. We're going to dial up 13.695. And there's no beat on AM. 13.6950. And all I did with this one was just tune this until it sounded like it was centered, because there's really no beat with AM. So I just kind of turned this until it sounded the lowest tone. In which it wasn't quite right. Can you hear that at all? In the middle of the pass band right there. So that takes care of AM. Not that it really matters on AM, but now we're going to go to RTTY, which is going to be 13.6975. Move it to RTTY. 13.6975. And this one I couldn't quite get correct. So you hear the tone there. And just tweak this guy until you get a 0. On mine, it's all the way at one extreme. That's all I can get, but you want to get that down to 0 if you can, the 0 beat. Okay, the next one's going to be CW. And CW is going to be 13.6942. 6942. And I already did this, but we'll do it again to help you. Whoa, my meter just fell off and took off the cable here. What happened? Meter fell off, hit the power cable, and all right, we're back in action. Okay, I was going to go for 13 something. Okay, I was gonna go for CW 136942 6942. Now I had that thing working perfectly, but let's tweak it, and you'll want to take this thing on CW here to a 0 beat. Can you hear it? And you could probably even filter in here, take these off, the filters with more narrow filter. Let's see. Would that give you more accuracy? I'm not sure it would. I'm gonna go wide. At any rate, that's how you do it. So there's CW. Now, most importantly for people is going to be LSB 136964. 964 964 doesn't seem right. 136964 LSB 136964 doesn't seem like too good. All right, that seemed way off. 136964. All right, and the last one is going to be USB 1369636. 1369. Whoa. 136936. 6936 USB. All right, with that done, is this thing working better? Let's take a look here. So, I just want to go to a band and see if people sound reasonable here. 14. I'm on upper sideband. That's pretty good. It's working. People usually don't transmit on oddball frequencies. Yeah, I think it's dead nuts on now. That seems a bit off. But who knows about him, right? You want most stations to sound on frequency. That's pretty good. And what you can do now is, if this guy is like really smack on, You can just tweak this until he sounds good, right? And now this doesn't change it at all. I thought it would. Let's go back and fix that. 136936. It's right smack on there. All right, so maybe I'm not sure how to match up this calibration with the actual. I would think it's maybe the master oscillator. This thing should have an independent time base, I'm thinking. But this pretty much limits my usefulness, I guess, for how to fix this display. All right, I'm gonna cut the video off because obviously this is a fail. This is how to adjust this stuff, and this is probably for the transmit, I'm guessing, but I haven't touched a Drake TR7 in years, 2 years, 3 years, so I'm a little rusty. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day.